Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's Out the Box Kingdom. Talk with me, Out the Box Kingdom. I hope you all are having a wonderful yom. I definitely am, because today was definitely a special day, and I give all praise and honor to Abba Yahuah for what he has done today. Today was a special day because it's me and my husband's 6-year anniversary, and that's a lot. That means a lot, especially when it comes to people who are young, especially married couples. Marriage is work, and if you don't have Abba Yahuah, not in the center, but as the head of your marriage, it'll be two kingdoms divided, and we know that two kingdoms divided cannot stand. And so what I've learned at the beginning and the middle of my marriage all the way up to this point, it definitely takes a lot of communication, and you have to understand each other's love language. It takes a lot of prayer. It takes a lot to understand each other's positions in the household, as in the woman being the helpmeet and the husband as the head. Even if your spouse is not walking with Yah yet, he's still looked at as honor in the eyes of Yah. You know what I'm saying? Until, he answers the call. But however, it's still you as a helpmeet to encourage, to build him up, to allow the ruach to speak into your husband. But then you'll start noticing, as you're pouring into him and you're doing what you're supposed to do, that everything else will fall into place. Now, one thing me and my husband said today is we will tell young people, learn who you are in the Most High Yahuah before you just up and decide you want to up and marry somebody. Because marriage is not what the world has made it to seem. It is more spiritual than it is of the natural. What goes on in the spirit realm comes into the natural realm. When you marry someone, you're taking on the warfare that they got going on in their bloodline, right? But you still got to clean out your bloodline too. However, as wives, we're supposed to acknowledge and honor our husband as the Most High, as he's a representation of Yahushua, just like the husband's supposed to honor us as wives as the assembly, right? But that does not mean you manipulate, dominate, and control one another. You don't abuse psychologically, emotionally, or physically. That is not how Abba works. However, when there is unity in the household, there's definitely peace. Y'all may have disagreements, but y'all have more agreements more than disagreements, right? So my thing is, what I've learned is, as a wife, it was not my place to force what I believe in on my husband. He still has to be led by the ruach, but sit back and observe, because Abba can still use my husband to speak, and he has several times, you know what I'm saying? But what I noticed, when you come out of religion, there's so much peace in a marriage. You begin to enjoy each other more. Y'all can sit there and talk, laugh, and do all these things together. You know what I'm saying? And so I just give all praise to the Most High Yahuah, because me and my husband, 6 years is an accomplishment for people our age. You know what I'm saying? Because people nowadays, they don't take relationships very seriously. It's all a joke. And marriage is not a joke. But I just wanted to come on here and say all praise to the Most High Yahuah for what he's done. And also kind of share, or kind of show how I dress today. Because guess what, y'all? Amazon and Fashion Nova dressed me today. And I usually don't do, as y'all know, I don't do makeup, but I actually found a natural makeup line. Now, like I said, I don't do makeup, so today was just a special occasion. So I ain't trying to cause nobody to stumble and fall, okay? But I just wanted to come on here to kind of show y'all what I wore tonight on our special day. So I got this hair wrap right here from Amazon. I made the jewelry myself. And I made the jewelry myself. I got my dress from Fashion Over. I got my belt from Amazon. Step back a little bit so y'all can kind of see. So this is what I wore. It was long dress, and then I got me some gold shoes, something simple because I don't like super high. Got these off of Amazon, and I got the clutch bag from Amazon. Just something very simple, only for my husband, you know what I'm saying? But I was comfortable. I did not, modesty is key as always, because I'm representing him and I'm representing the Most High. But other than that, like I said, I just wanted to come on here and I just wanted to give praise to the Most High Yahuah for this wonderful young. Because the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Especially he hates marriages. He hates when spouses get along, and there's a spirit that is set up to ruin people's marriages. But when you got the Most High as the head of your household, you acknowledge him, you are obedient, he will take care of you in your marriage. You know what I'm saying? He will make a way when there is no way. You know what I'm saying? And so all I can say for those that are new to this marriage, you better keep Yahuah first. You know what I'm saying? There is marital counseling out there, but how you want to do this is you got to know who you are in the Most High Yahuah. But also speak life into your spouse. Learn to forgive. Do not go to bed angry with one another. When there's disagreement, don't get offensive because they may not be where you are spiritually, but just be patient, because I was always working behind the scenes. And as long as you're doing that and y'all learn to understand each other's love languages and y'all come to meet each other as a team, you're good to go. Other than that, when you're trying to do your self-focus and they self-focus, a kingdom divided is not going to stand. It's going to crumble and fall. So the main thing here is make sure you stay in your word. Make sure you honor each other. Y'all love each other. Y'all communicate with each other. Sacrifice is key. Sometimes you may have to sacrifice something for your spouse. For them to get ahead. Does that mean stop everything you're doing for them? No. But your spouse may come in a season where they need your undivided attention because they need something to be pushed ahead. They need your focus. Because if you cannot correct, you cannot encourage, you cannot chastise out of love your own household, you can't call yourself ministering to other people. So all I'm going to say is, there's more to marriage than what we've been taught in the churches. It's more to this walk than anything, because y'all are one, but he has something and you have something and y'all gotta help one another. You can't do it separately. There may be separate assignments, but what y'all called to do is not a separate thing. It's a whole thing. Because he represent, like I said, Yahushua, you represent the assembly. You're the helpmeet. He's the head. But Yahuah is the ultimate head. Okay? But y'all both accountable to report to him. So on that note, I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for tuning in with Out the Box Kingdom. Talk with me, Out the Box Kingdom. Barak Shalom.